There you go.
Where you at, Mr. DJ?
There it is. It's Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christmas time. You got to be happy about Christmas time. Oh, by the way, shameless plug. Shameless plug. Go to AJC.com, go to the opinion section, and I have an op-ed in the AJC.com, Magic Mike, online. Grinches try to ruin Christmas when they claim Santa Claus is fake. And so go to AJC.com, the opinion, and you'll see it. And that's mine. I wrote that. Please check it out. Now, here's the best part of the story. Let me tell you the story. I got to tell you the story, okay? And if it goes away tomorrow, just Google Shelley Winter and it'll pop right up. But read it, please. Please. Give it some traffic. But no, seriously, I got to tell you the story. So you know the AJC, I think their last print edition is December 31st. The last time it'll be in print, right? It's going to be online from now on after December 31st. Next Wednesday, the 24th, they're going to reprint my op-ed that just went online today. They're going to reprint it in the newspaper. So I got to this is I may get teary-eyed, so don't laugh at me, okay? Don't laugh at me, please. When I first moved, I'm a newspaper guy. I've read the newspaper every single day of my life since I was about 8 or 9 years old. For those of you who don't know, I'm from New York City. So I grew up with 3 newspapers, well, really 4. Daily News, New York Post, Newsday, and the New York Times. But growing up, the Times was too wordy, too much, too many sections, and too big. So we read the Newsday, the Post, and the Daily News, but mostly the Post and the Daily News. And as little kids, what we would do is take our little coins. There was a store, Mr. George's Corner Store. Mr. George would give us a newspaper every single day, especially during the summertime mostly because we were home from school, not during school year, but during the summertime. And we would take the newspaper and we'd lean over each other and read the sports section from the back to the middle. Now, most of my friends would go away after the sports section went away. I'd just keep reading. Unless there was a baseball game being played in the sandlot that we played in, if I wasn't up to bat, if I wasn't playing in that particular game because I lost and had to move over the field, the lot, and wait till the next game, I would sit there and read the rest of the paper. I was a little kid, and I've always read the paper. When I got to Syracuse, USA Today came out. They launched right around the time we were in college. And I hate to admit this on the radio. I hope they never sue me or come after me for the money. But we used to put 50 cents, I think. We used to put 50 cents inside of the USA Today thing because, they had all the papers in there. And we'd open it up and take 3 or 4 copies out. And some of my friends would throw out the other 3 sections because they had the news, sports, life, and money. Those were the 4 sections of the USA Today. And some of my friends would throw out the other 3 and just keep the sports section. The reason why a lot of my friends loved the USA Today when it first launched, because you can get late-night West Coast scores, especially in the NBA, because all my friends were NBA fans. But I read the whole paper. I was always this information guy. And it's interesting that I landed on talk radio. But the fact is, when I moved down here, I found the AJC. And I was brought down here, maybe I never told the story, but I was sent down here by Fox Television Sales. I was selling advertising for Foxtel TV advertising. And I didn't really like selling it after being down here 3 or 4 months. I didn't really like it. It wasn't that creative. It wasn't fun. It was just numbers. And I resigned, and I stayed in Atlanta because I really loved Atlanta, and I stayed. And the first job I got when I resigned from the Fox Television Sales, the first job I got was at the AJC. I got a night job there on the phone selling subscriptions. And while I was doing that, I was putting in my resume to get into sales at the AJC. And I finally got into sales at the AJC. So for me, this is God. This is God. This is God. This is only God. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to have in one of the last print editions of a newspaper that I fell in love with when I moved here because I'd always been a newspaper reader and a consumer of news in newspapers from New York to Atlanta. I'm going to have an op-ed in one of the last print editions of the AJC. It's only God. Only God. I'll make sure I get a bunch of copies next Wednesday, and I'll just pass them out. 448-720-0750. 1-800-WSB-TALK. We'll be right back.